Well, welcome back to my kitchen. I've been kind of out of commission lately. I have an injured knee or calf. I'm not sure. I'm waiting on the MRI to come back, but I'm cooking dinner tonight and we're going to have barbecue chicken wraps. And I think this is going to be delicious. It's going to be easy, and you won't be in the kitchen very long. You can get it in and out. So I'm just starting with 2 chicken breasts, and I'm going to season it really well with some salt and pepper and some of my favorite barbecue sauce, which is Sweet Baby Ray's. So I'll go ahead and get that started. I've got my oven preheated at 350 degrees. So I went ahead, these chicken breasts were kind of large, so I sliced them in half and put them in this baking dish. But I'm going to go ahead and season them with some salt and pepper and coat them really good with my barbecue sauce. And I'm going to cover it with some aluminum foil. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover with foil and let that start baking. Well, we have the chicken in the oven, 350 degrees, and we're going to bake that until it is nice and tender so that we can shred it up with some forks. But now I'm going to go ahead and make the slaw. Now this is just cabbage and carrots, mayonnaise, and just a touch of vinegar, maybe some salt and pepper. I don't have any red cabbage, but I think it would be very pretty in this recipe. But you don't have to have red cabbage. All right, I could shred it, but I want it to have more of a texture. So I'm just going to take a knife and just shred down the side of the cabbage. Now I'm ready to make the slaw. So I'm just going to shred some cabbage with a knife. I don't want to shred it or grate it. I don't want it that thin. I want it has some texture to it on my wrap. So I'm just going to take it and just take some small little cuts so that you can have thin slices of these shreds, thin shreds of cabbage. And then if you want to make it smaller, we could chop it up that way just to make it a little bit easier to eat. But I'm going to go ahead and get this all done, and then we're going to mix up our slaw. So we're going to transfer the cabbage over to a bowl that we can mix in. And then let's do the carrot. And you don't need a whole lot of carrot to give it some color. Okay, let's get that in the bowl. All right, let's mix up our slaw. And I'm just going to put about, just a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in my cabbage. I'm going to dip in about a half a cup of mayonnaise. If you need more, you can always add more. Come in with some salt and pepper. Flip that over. And now, I feel like the secret ingredient to coleslaw is a little bit of sugar. So I'm just going to sprinkle about a teaspoon or two of sugar into the bowl, and we're going to give it a mix. You can eyeball it. If it looks a little dry, go ahead and add some more mayonnaise. And when it's after you've mixed it and it sits a little bit, it's going to pull the moisture out of that cabbage. So, you know, it might not be as dry as it first looks. So look, see, after I've stirred a while, I think it's perfect. About a half a cup of mayonnaise to a pretty good size half of a head of cabbage. All right, I'm going to give it a taste, see if I need to add anything. It's perfect. So see, you can make your slaw yourself. It's so good. It's going to be so good on the barbecue. The creaminess and a little bit of sweet with that savory barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. On a weeknight, you can do just about anything with a tortilla wrap. You can put almost anything in a tortilla wrap. Chicken, steak, eggs and ham, eggs and bacon, eggs and sausage. I do it often. It's a quick meal and my family loves it. So we're gonna grill these up too. I think grilling them in some butter makes it just a little bit extra. So that's what we're gonna do with these tonight. So we're letting the chicken cook and then we'll be right back. All right, I got it out of the oven. It's nice and tender. It's at the right temperature. Actually, it's about 175 degrees. So I'm gonna shred it up with some forks in the juice that it's made, and then I'm gonna stick it back in the oven just to absorb some of that flavor of that barbecue. I just wanna shred it up and let it just get some of that barbecue flavor on all of the pieces of meat. I'm gonna top this with some sour cream, some red onion, and maybe some cheddar cheese, and this coleslaw. Actually, I think with the coleslaw, I might leave the sour cream off. But you can top it with whatever you want. I think some bacon might be good on this too. If I had some bacon, we might do that. So I've got it all shredded up. I'm gonna top it with just a little bit more barbecue sauce. Stick it back in the oven and just let it absorb all that flavor of the barbecue. Okay, let's put our wraps together. So I have my chicken out of the oven. I'm gonna put a good amount in the middle, right there in the middle. I'm going to top it with some cheese, some red onion. Oh, that looks so good. I'm going to put a spoonful of slaw right there on top. And a couple of dill pickle slices. Some of my fabulous dill pickles from the summer. Right down the middle. All right, let's see if we've overfilled it. So I'm going to turn the sides in. Flip it over and roll it. All right, I'm going to make these up and go grill them. Let's get another one made. So I've got some butter melting on my griddle. Lay these down. All right, let's flip them. Get the other side nice and toasty. All right, let's take these beauties off of the grill. Looks delicious.